Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So we're having quite a long session here on the 8-hour 155 EMA, which is very, very interesting for me. The other thing that happened yesterday was we came back to test this previous high, and you can see we've now got a 8-hour bar that is closed above here. Now that is a fairly strong bullish signal. But I don't like the oscillators as they are forming at the moment. So we're extremely overbought. So for me, I'm still very wary on the higher time frames to start chasing any longs. But we do have a crossover. We're above the 155. So everything is looking pretty interesting from a weekly perspective. We've had a couple of weeks here just hovering on the weekly 155. And now we have broken through a bit of structure. We're coming up to the next bit of weekly structure, which is right up there. So that could be an area for the bears to climb in for another short to downside and to flip this into some kind of flag. But with the oscillators as they're looking at the moment, I seriously doubt that right now. If we start moving down through the time frames, you're going to see start of the week was pretty strong move up, and then we just battling to get going. We had deep pullback yesterday, but the buyers definitely came right back into it and drove price up, and we're sort of hovering here at the top of this consolidation pattern. I'm just going to put another level in there. So if we drop down now to the levels that we can trade today and have a look at this, the last 2 days are sideways. There's been no real price action helping us get anywhere. Oscillators group to the upside, and it is diversions. You can see prices high there, higher high there, but oscillators are different. High there, lower high, and a crossover. So I would anticipate another move to the downside, and probably more than likely some kind of a move to come and test this area here at 31,653. So that would be bottom of range again. So as far as I'm concerned at the moment, we are top of range. What I would like to see for a continuation to the upside is a squirt up and a rejection of 32,243. Come back and find support here at 31,989, and that would be my opportunity to get into this long again. Alternatively, it should get back down here, and I'll be looking for a long at the bottom of this range. This range is a good 300 odd points, so your risk to reward is fairly solid on this. If we start looking at the 15 minutes, you can see in amongst moving averages, pretty much most of the morning drop below. You would have, the bears would have been looking for a rejection here for a continuation down. That failed, came back, and then you can see a tweezer bottom forming on the moving averages again for a move to the upside. So we're looking for price to test the moving averages on the 15 minute and then continue to the upside. That's basically what we're looking for. So I would be doing the following, and again on the 15 minute, just highlight each of these areas where you can see resistance has happened in the past. You need to see price flip that area into support. So watch the oscillators on the 15 minute to start grouping to the downside. You start getting some price action on a inside tail here. I'd be paying very close attention to it and then looking for the opportunity on whatever price action structure is formed. On the break of it, you're in long, and then you've got a tight enough stop losses, probably be in the region of 150 to 160 points, and you should be looking, sort of 300 point gain. So it'll be a 2-to-1 trade out of this. Don't trade too late in the session today. Remember, it is a week, close of a week, and the bears are going to want to have a pretty big tail on the top of the weekly candle, and the bulls are going to want it sort of to close high up. So at the moment, I'd be very cautious about chasing and holding, but it's more about scalping today. So wait for the pullback onto some form of structure and then move to the upside. Even if you've got time for 5-minute charts, so long as you've got your levels in, you can see there that tweezer bottom on the 15 minute is inside bar, inside bar. So there's your break, there's your stop. It's a 100-point stop loss, and then you've got a pretty solid move going at the close of 160 points. So decent setups. There's lots of decent setups here. Just be cautious. That's all, especially when we're sideways like this. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view. Top of range at the moment, more than likely, but let's just see what happens. The DAX is looking like it's going to drop a little bit, so this will more than likely follow. If it does follow and it starts dropping below the moving averages again, that's just a continuation of what happened over the past 2 days. So just pure confusion. Be wary of that. If we do start finding support here on one of these areas, sorry, there's one more level that I'm missing here. It's fairly strong, which is this one here, and that is 31,846. So any support on one of these two levels here, take the trade on the break of the price action. Price action you're looking for is pin bars, engulfing bars, inside bars. And look at this, all three patterns in one area. So the double pin bar, there's an engulfing bar, and there's an inside bar. So breakers on the top of that, stop below that, move to the upside, or even just on the pin bars. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view today. Really cautious, and we'll be scalping any opportunities we see. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. No, sorry. We'll catch up with you next week on Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend, and cheers for now.